welcome to the video which explains you the concept behind pi. We all were told the pi is 22 divided by 7. What if I told you that's not actually true? Then why has the whole world been using 22 by 7 as pi for hundreds of years? By the end of this video, you will understand the concept of pi little better than earlier for sure. Let's start. I have few examples which I could find very easily in my kitchen. There are some items. If you see here, I could capture some leaves of different sizes. If you see, the common factor in these items are everything is circle. Just difference in the size. Some is bigger, some is medium, some is small, but everything, every shape is like circle. Now let us understand little bit about circle, the basic concepts of circles. Like I have drawn a circle for the easy explanation. If you see, this is a circle and the main concept of circle is a center. A center is the middle point of the circle. From if you draw any line from that center to any edge of the circle, that will become the radius, right? And two edges crossing through the circle, this distance we call diameter, and radius is just from center to any edge of the circle. So here you understood radius, diameter, and the distance around the circle that we call circumference. Hence, it's a distance around the circle. And what is area? Area is space within the circle. We call area. I hope you understand the I just reminded the definitions of each component of the circle which we usually talk about. Let's get into some practical experiment which we can quickly do. So I have measured the circumference of few of my things which I have brought it here to show you. So I'm just identifying the circumference of one of the circle which I have. So I don't know whether you are able to see the thin thread which I'm using to measure the circumference of this particular circle. Yeah. So now I can see the length of this string, which will become the circumference of my circle. So maybe I may not be able to capture the exact distance, but definitely the approximate, right? It would be around I feel it is around 16 centimeters approximately, but you people can try a better measurements. 16 centimeters is my circumference, and maybe the diameter would be around 5.5 centimeters. So the formula we all know about this circumference and diameter. Just do circumference by diameter. Forget about what is that value is. Let's say some x. It would be around 16 divided by 5.5, and it will be almost approximate to 3.14 something. Alright. In that matter, you can take any other object which you are having in terms of circle and capture its circumference the way how I did, right? And then understand its diameter, and then do circumference by diameter. It will always give you 3.14, some extra digits, right? So almost every value of circumference divided by diameter for a given perfect circle will always going to be 3.14. Okay, you can try by your own and just see and then calculate it and understand why is every circle giving almost exactly the same number. This magical number is called pi. So to define, they have tagged that particular value into a mathematical component, or you can say a variable. Instead saying variable, you can say it's a mathematical parameter which is pi. We are tagging that particular 3.14, the circumference divided by diameter, to a key which is pi. Now, basically the pi is circumference divided by diameter. If pi is 3.141 and so on, why do schools teach us 22 by 7? We also use pi as 22 by 7, right? Then why? Because we have identified it's 3.14. Just imagine what is the value of 22 divided by 7. It is again 3.14 and so on. So if you see here, the value of pi and the value of 22 by 7 is almost similar, but not exactly, right? So understand, pi is not always 22 by 7. In fact, it is approximately to 22 by 7. In that matter, approximate to 3.14, because the 3.14 series is never ending. Even scientists and mathematicians could take it till crores of the digits after 3.14. So from this concept, what we understand, the difference is tiny, therefore 22 by 7 is only the approximation, not the exact value. So to make the mathematics easier for the calculations or whatever it may be, we have considered the value of pi as 22 by 7. Right. Now let's go with one more real-time example. Suppose the diameter of your wheel is 14 centimeters. 14 centimeters is the diameter, and the circumference we need to calculate. C equal to, we all know the formula for circumference is pi d. Right? So if you keep pi as 3.14 into 14 centimeters, the calculation would become a little complicated for the new students. But if I make 22 by 7 into 14, it will become 44 centimeters as circumference. The calculation becomes easy. That's why engineers and students often use 22 by 7 as pi value in most of the cases compared to 3.14. How I showed examples, if you wrap a string or any thread exactly once around any circle, then straighten the string. Its length divided by the diameter of that particular wheel or the circle will always give you the pi, whether it is a coin, a pizza, earth, the moon, or whatever may be, any object which is in the circle format will give you the same value. That is why we call it as a magical value. Pi can't be defined to a specific value. It can be just approximated to 22 by 7 or 3.14. That's it. So remember, pi is not exactly 22 by 7. 22 by 7 is only a convenient approximation. The real value of pi is 3.14159263 and so on, and it goes on forever. That's why pi is one of the most fascinating numbers in mathematics. If you learned something new today, hit the like button, subscribe to Let's Connect for a change, and comment below. Did you think pi was exactly 22 by 7 before watching this video? I will see you in the next video. Thank you.